Behind me is my bedroom, or our bedroom, and I just finished doing an update of it, and I'm very happy with the results. For the update, I mainly worked with textiles, and I made some changes in the design and function of the room. Very small, but it makes a lot of sense for us that uses this room all the time. And I'm gonna show you how it turned out. I am still in love with this super beautiful piece. We've had it for a year and it's lovely. We keep our inflatable extra mattress in there and some extra duvets and things like that. But also, this is what happens. Unfortunately, this is what has happened. We've placed a bunch of things here. It's a mix of body oils, hair wax, and mainly like hygiene and beauty products. And this is because we have the tiniest bathroom ever, and we don't really have anywhere to place these things. But also, a lot of these things are things that we don't use on a daily basis. And my husband has complained that he doesn't have his own little station. He framed it like that. He said, I want my own little station, so I'm planning to get rid of everything there, go through everything, and create a little nook or a shelf or something for him to have his products, and then only have a few selected things up here. This is the corner where I'm planning to put up a little shelf, and this is where my husband always gets ready every morning, so it makes sense to have something here. Also, this corner looks very boring and sad, and I would love to create a little reading nook here, but for that I would like to have like the perfect reading chair, and that is for another project, so let's just work with what we got now. So I'm gonna put up a little shelf here, and also one thing that I need to get done ASAP is to actually put this mirror a little further down, because we are not this tall and it doesn't make sense to like see more of the ceiling than of our outfit. So we're gonna adjust that. Those of you that saw my video last year when I made over this room saw that I painted the ceiling blue, and I'm still very happy with this color. It looks great. But back then we had a lamp fixture here and I had to paint around it. So there are some gaps here and there that I need to fix, and we also need to find an electrician to put up the lamp. Because that's nothing that I can do myself. I try to, but the outlet here is very weird. The bed is something that takes up a lot of space in a bedroom, so to have a nice bed makes a lot for the overall impact that the room does. The bed sheet covers that I'm using here are very bleached. They weren't this color, and the pillowcases look very messy. I mean, I like them, I have made them myself, but it looks very messy. And this is the reality. I wanted to show you what it actually looks like in my bedroom many days. And yeah, you can see this looks messy. Also, above the lamp on my husband's side to the left, there used to be a painting there, and that fell down, so we need to fix that and to come up with something that will make it look fresh and cozy again. Last year I used a bed cover, but for this year I have something else in mind. But let's start with some organizing and some boring things at first that will make my life so much easier and happy. I deserve a happy life. few things have happened since you last saw me. I cut my bangs a little and I have a lamp in the ceiling. It took some time for me to finish filming this video because we needed to have an electrician come and fix the ceiling lamp because there was some weird leakage of electricity. So even when we switched off the lamp, the ceiling lamp, it was still glowing. So it was like it didn't really turn off the electricity. Quite creepy, but we had an electrician. He was here yesterday and he fixed that issue, but we have another issue now. A lot of things can be done with just having a ceiling lamp that works, and also textiles. So now it's time to bring in some new duvet covers. And I'm also thinking about making new curtains because I have a very nice fabric that I thought wouldn't be nice as curtains, but now I'm thinking maybe they will. So I'm gonna bring in the fabric and I'll show you and we'll decide. I thrifted this fabric, can you see it? I thrifted this fabric in Malmö a month ago, I believe, and for some reason I thought that it wouldn't be nice as curtains, but now I don't know why, because it feels like the perfect curtain. And I'll have to measure and see. It says it's 2.5 meters, and I think I'm not sure it's wide enough. But I don't know what to do, because when you make a curtain, I want to have one panel on that side and one on that side, obviously. And for this, I believe I cut it in half to have 2 panels because the fabric was so wide. This should be some kind of standard width. The alternative would be to make like one of those curtains, but that is not what I want. Also, we already have one. Maybe I'll have to layer it and still use this. I mean, they go together, the ones that I have, with this one, and have them next to each other. Ooh. We'll see. I just got home and I bought this green linen fabric. It's the same kind of quality as the linen curtains that I have now. They are quite see-through, but I think it's gonna be a big change having something darker and green, and it also has a very delicate striped, squared, checkered, what do you call this? A grid pattern. I think I can still use this for something in this room, and I'll show you in a bit. Let's move to the sewing machine. Making your own curtains is super easy. You just need 2 panels and you fold the edges and then you fold it again and you sew a straight stitch, and you do that on every side, and then you will do a bigger fold to have somewhere to put the curtain rod. So it's the next day, and yesterday I finished sewing the curtains and then I put them up. But I realized I had made a little mistake. And I mean, I just told you, curtains are so easy to make. Apparently not, because, let me show you. I don't know, can you tell from here? It doesn't go all the way down, and I did measure, and I have no idea how this happened, and I was so annoyed yesterday. I got so irritated because I was like, fuck, now I have to go to the fabric store again and buy more fabric because I didn't have more. So I can finish sewing, so I can then finish everything else. So yeah, it's the next day and we're heading to the fabric store. It's super annoying when you have to redo the work you already did, but that's what happens when you do creative projects sometimes. I finished sewing the curtains and now they have the proper length and I'm happy. Back in time 2 months or so when I could still wear a skirt, I bought this fabric from an online store that sells dead stock fabric, and this fabric type is called poplin. It's tightly woven and it gives it a very smooth and almost silky feeling, but it's cotton. I think I bought 9 meters so I could make duvet covers. In Swedish we call this påslakan, which means bag sheets, because it's like a bag and you put your duvet inside. I know these can be bought at places like IKEA, and I know this is not standard for the US and other countries, but this is standard in Scandinavia. These are also super easy to make, and bed sheets can be very expensive to buy, but I mean, if you have a sewing machine you can do it yourself, and if you measure properly like I'm doing here, it is super easy. You just attach a couple of squares together, sew some straight stitches, and if you have an overlock machine you use that on the edges, otherwise you can do a zigzag. It makes such a big difference like what patterns you bring into your room, even like if it's like, maybe you don't think about it, but like your bed is such a big part, and the textiles you have on your bed will make such a big impact on the overall look of the room. So investing in fabric to make new duvet covers or buying new bed sheets really creates such an upgrade. And sleeping in nice sheets and duvet covers makes the whole room feel more luxurious, I believe. Let's put everything together. So as you can see, the beautiful fabric that I couldn't use as curtains, I used that to make pillow covers instead. So now I have some floral patterns in there mixed in with the blue, and I think it's a nice combination. And obviously there is so much more that I would love to do in this room. As I mentioned, I would love to have a nice reading nook with a nice chair and so on. But I'm saving that money to redo another room that I really want to splurge a little on. So this is great for now. It has changed the way I see the room. It's not as messy, it doesn't feel as cluttered. Everything has its place, and the textiles really made the whole room feel a lot differently.